Hello everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to be delving into a concept that is, and I really can't overstate this, absolutely fundamental to understanding Chinese culture. We're talking about the family structure. Now, this goes so much further than just learning vocabulary. It's really about grasping the social blueprint that shapes relationships, values, and even daily life. So, let's get started.
But before we dive into the specifics of Chinese culture, I want you to take a moment and just think about this question for yourself. What does the word family actually mean to you? Is it your immediate nuclear unit? A huge, sprawling network of cousins and aunts? Is it defined by love, by legal ties, or maybe just by who you live with? The concept itself is universal, of course, but how we express it is so deeply cultural. So keep your own definition in mind as we explore a different but equally valid perspective.
All right, let's begin with the core concept, family hierarchy. In traditional Chinese culture, you'll find that this clear, established structure of respect really is the bedrock of all relationships and all responsibilities within the family.
So what do we mean by family hierarchy? Well, the key organizing principles here are generation and age. Everybody has a very specific place. But, and this is so important to understand, this isn't about absolute power. It's a system of mutual obligation. Elders do have authority, and they are owed respect, absolutely. But in return, they have a really profound responsibility to care for, to teach, and to guide the younger generations. It's truly a two-way street, A relationship that's paved with both respect and duty flowing in both directions.
So let's examine these tiers a little more closely. At the very top, you have the elders, the grandparents. They are the keepers of wisdom and tradition. Below them, you'll find the parents, who really act as that central pillar, honoring their own parents while raising their children. And at the base are the children. Their primary role is defined by a concept that is absolutely crucial to understand, filial piety, or shao, pronounced shao. Now let's look closer at this character, shao. It's fascinating. The top part is a variation of the character for old, law, and the bottom is the character for child, zi. So the character itself visually represents a child literally supporting an elder. It's the very essence of this core Confucian virtue. It isn't just quiet obedience, it's active support, care, and reverence. And this principle even extends to siblings where age, even by a year or a month, defines seniority.
Now, to truly appreciate this system, I think it's incredibly helpful to draw a cultural comparison. By putting this group-focused model right next to some of the more individualistic ones that you might be familiar with, the unique aspects of the Chinese family hierarchy become so much clearer.
And this really illustrates that core difference beautifully. The traditional Chinese model is fundamentally collectivist. The well-being, the reputation, the harmony of the family unit as a whole, that often takes precedence over any one person's desires. In contrast, many Western family structures tend to be more individualistic, where personal autonomy and self-expression are emphasized from a really young age. And this difference influences everything. In that top-down model, a major life decision, say what career to pursue or who to marry, is often a family discussion where the elders' opinions carry immense weight. This isn't seen as interference, but as wise guidance. And that's quite different from a model where a teenager's opinion might be given equal consideration in a family vote.
So, okay, we've talked about the theory, but how does this hierarchy actually work in practice? This isn't just an abstract concept, it's something that is performed every single day through countless small interactions. And for you, as students of the language and culture, understanding these actions is the real key to showing respect.
This structure truly comes to life in everyday actions, especially in language. You would simply never call an uncle by his first name. You use a specific title, and the language is incredibly precise. For example, the term for your father's younger brother is shushu, but his older brother, that's your bulbul. And your mother's brother is completely different. He is your chuju. This specificity in language isn't just for fun. It directly reflects and reinforces the hierarchy. And you see it at the dinner table too. Elders are always seated first and served first. These aren't just quaint customs. They are the active, living language of respect, constantly reinforcing each person's place and value within the family.
Now, what's really important for you all to grasp is that this deference to age and experience extends far, far beyond the home. Think about your relationship with a professor, your Lao Shi. Let's break that down. The character Shi means master or teacher, and it signifies a position of incredible respect, very much like a family elder. You would always address them formally, and the exact same principle applies in the workplace with your managers and senior colleagues. Understanding this extension of the family hierarchy is absolutely critical for your future professional and academic interactions in any Chinese-speaking environment.
Okay,
So as we start to wrap up, let's focus on the single most important takeaway from all of this. What's the one thing you should remember? This is the essence of it all. In this cultural context, the hierarchy isn't a rigid ladder of power, but rather a map for showing respect. By understanding where people fit within this map, by their age, their generation, or their professional seniority, you are given the tools, the social grammar, to interact with them in a way that is considered polite, harmonious, and deeply respectful.
And so, I'll leave you with this final thought to reflect on. We've just spent time looking at one very specific, very structured way of demonstrating respect. Now I want you to turn that lens inward. How do you do it? How do you show respect? Is it through directness and eye contact, or informality? Are there certain gestures or phrases you use? Taking the time to consider how your own cultural programming defines respect is really the final and maybe most important step in becoming a truly aware and effective cross-cultural communicator.